Hey, I'm Chase from Sorcery Contested Realm, and today I'm joined by David, one of the organizers of the Sorcery Convention, one of Sorcery's first fan conventions, taking place in just 2 weeks from now, the 16th to the 18th of February in Seattle, Washington. David, thanks so much for coming on.
Hey, thanks for having me, man. So yeah, I am here to answer some questions. Hopefully, talk a little bit more about the con. We're all very excited for it, and unfortunately, my other half here, Alex, was unable to make it today. But so we're a relatively small organization throwing this con together. There's basically just the two of us trying to sort this out, and yeah, we can't wait to have people come out here and play sorcery with us in Seattle.
So first off, what is SorceryCon for the people that are maybe late to the party? What do you aspire for this event to be?
So Alex comes from a little bit more of a Magic the Gathering organized play background. I come from more of a just generic board gaming convention background. We're hoping to bring both of those kind of flavors to the event. We're doing some very large organized play, a 72-person constructed event and a 72-person sealed event, which I think are going to be the largest sorcery events of their kind at the time.
Today, yeah.
Yeah, super exciting. But we also want to make sure that we foster an environment of people hanging out, playing games, trading cards, getting back to that old school vibe that has drawn everyone into sorcery. And part of that, I've got a couple of locals who are throwing together their own like ad hoc small Swiss tournament on Friday. That's not going to be part of the official thing, but they wanted to throw together a pauper event. So keep an eye out. We're going to be pointing towards that. And yeah, if you want to throw a pauper deck in your bag when you're heading out to SorceryCon, please do.
So, what are the events that people can expect specifically, and are there going to be events for people of all skill levels?
The main event is definitely going to be the 72% constructed event. That's the event that's going to provide like the biggest prizing. We've got a trophy that we've commissioned specifically for this event that is going to the winner of that, and we're super excited about that. But I don't want to give people the impression that you can only play in the 72-person event if you are a hardcore competitive player. We have prizing for that event that is going to accommodate people of every skill level. We want to make sure that people who come and play the game are having fun just playing the game. And, if you lose your first match of the day, there's no reason to drop out. Just hang out and play more games. So we're really hoping that even though it is somewhat competitively minded, that the local community brings its casual love and flavor for the game as part of it.
So, David, besides the events themselves, the constructed tournaments, and the chance to play with others, what else can people expect from the convention?
So we're hoping to have something for everyone to kind of look at and do even when they're not playing games. We do have a vendor who's going to be selling singles. We've got Margaret Organ Keene, the artist who has done several pieces of art for sorcery. She is going to be there. We'll be signing stuff and signing prints, signing cards. So that's something to look forward to.
Wow, that sounds amazing. And I know the event sold out quickly. What did it feel like having something that you organized to be so well received, like right out of the gate?
It was absolutely overwhelming. When Alex and I first started talking about this, and in fact, putting this all together was originally Alex's idea. He's the one responsible for finding us the venue, and our early conversations were like, is this too big? We've got space for like 72 people. Are we renting this out and maybe we'll sell 20 tickets and we'll lose a bunch of money on this?
And it seemed like interest may have well surpassed those 72 seats.
Yeah, it has honestly just been overwhelming. We were at our wildest dreams hoping to sell out the 72 seats by the end of January. We ended up, as you know, selling out before Christmas. We put a wait list up, and that immediately began to fill up. And as of now, the wait list has more requests for tickets on it than the entire capacity of the con to begin with. Yeah, it's just been absolutely overwhelming. So we are looking at ways to accommodate more people in the future, and we'll be definitely talking about that once we make it through this first con.
Yeah, one thing I've really appreciated about your the Pacific Northwest Discord and that region is just how supportive of play in other locations it's been. It's really common to see you posting about events going on there and people traveling to a variety of LGSs to support
Yeah.
each other. And I think that's really great to see. Just like the community supporting each other, but also supporting other game stores and helping everybody kind of succeed together. So it's
Yeah.
really great to see you embrace that sort of spirit. Um,
It's all comes out of the love for the game. Like I do really do think that you folks at Eric's Curious have tapped into something very new and nostalgic at the same time that is drawing just the right crowds of people together. And yeah, there's a lot of love in the Pacific Northwest area for the game, for the community. So yeah, I think it's just natural.
it means a lot to see that carried on, and I know it's a lot of work, and so we're really thankful and grateful.
It's a lot of work, but it's also a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And
Well, I hate to say it, but I'm sure this next week will be very exciting for you. And then you get the payoff, right? And then you're there. But you're
absolutely.
coming right into it. So
Yeah.
as we're leading up, we're 2 weeks out. What can people expect in the lead up? And are there any things besides gameplay that they might want to be keeping in mind as they go into the event?
So we will be sending out some emails to everyone who's attending, letting folks know logistics about the venue, what the explicit price structure is going to be like, just so that people know going into it what it's like. Also, for folks who happen to be in the area already who may have missed out on tickets, we are hosting a warm-up event the Saturday before the convention. So the 10th. I assume this video is gonna be in people's hands before then.
Yes.
So if you were sitting around waiting for another chance to get into SorceryCon, like I said, small event. You can find us on the local Discord. If you check out the Pacific Northwest Discord, we've got links to the event. It's also on the Play Network, so you can look us up there. And yeah, it's free to join. We are giving away a all weekend pass to the con to the person who comes in first place, and we are also raffling or randomly giving away a pass to one player who completes all of the rounds of the event. So
That's amazing.
yeah, you've got 2 chances to win.
Now, this, of course, is madness, right? Because you're talking about all the work that goes into organizing an event, and you're like, what would be the next thing? Well, let's run an event before the event to
exactly.
help, I mean, even make it more accessible. But that's really awesome. That's so cool.
Yeah, and we also wanted to give ourselves a little bit of a trial run so that hopefully it'll help things run more smoothly day of the event.
Very, very, very wise. So you've been really successful in cultivating a local sorcerer scene and being part of that, whereas with others. Do you have any advice for people who are maybe looking to move from like their kitchen table communities to building up communities at their LGSs? Right, you're someone who's kind of done 3 big steps. Sure. What are people trying to make that next first small step? Any tips you might give people?
That first step, I mean, honestly, what I can say is there were a lot of weeks before beta came out when there was a lot of hype for the game in the area. We had a lot of people who backed the Kickstarter in this area, but product wasn't available really widely until beta came out. So there were a lot of weeks where I was going up to the game store and it'd be like one other person shows up, and we would still have fun, sit down and play some games. Just if you want to build a scene, stick with it, show up regularly, and just make sure that people know about it and have fun while you're doing it. Don't get discouraged if you show up at a game store and no one else can make it that week.
There's a lot of work that goes into something like SorceryCon. What are you most proud of?
I'm actually really mostly proud of the fact that the community has come together for this. For instance, we've got smaller local businesses. We've got sponsors who have helped us financially put together prizes for everyone showing up. We've got folks in the community just doing everything they can to jump in. So one of the things that's happened is, we've had a wait list for the convention for a while, and we were hoping to secure more space at the venue. Weren't able to do that, but I've still been able to feed some passes into the wait list for people to buy. And almost all of those passes have come from folks in the local community who bought tickets to support us early on. And they decided they wanted to come and actually help organize the con and help run things
That's
logistically
awesome.
day of, and asked if they could refund the ticket so that it goes to someone who wants to compete, and they can just show up and help us make sure that everything runs smoothly. So it's just been really, really great to see all of the folks in the community come together like that, and it's just everyone's excited for it. So yeah, I don't know. It's again, it's been overwhelming to see all of this support show up.
That's amazing. And we're so honored that you cared enough to do something as amazing as putting together, this fan convention, and that you've helped lead the charge for others to provide them for opportunities to participate and get involved with organizing. So we just want to take this time to say thank you so much for coming on, and best of luck with the event. Where can people follow the event as it unfolds?
We also have our own SorceryCon Discord that we're setting up right now that we will be posting links to on the website. If you want to see stuff being coordinated and photos posted live from the event, we'll be doing that there in the Discord.
Fantastic. And David, thank you so much for coming on. And everyone, make sure you check out the SorceryCon Discord. And we're really excited to see all that comes out of it in the weeks to come.
Thanks so much.